All right, sweet. Hello to our MavRadio listeners and viewers today. My name is Stephanie Veloso, and I'm here with
Pauline Dulang.
And we are here at the KVNO studio today at the University of Nebraska at Omaha. Thank you so much to KVNO for allowing us to use your space.
And thank you, Ken, our engineer.
Absolutely, we're very grateful, and
we're just grateful. So thank you.
We have a very special guest, a very special returning guest, might I add. Mm-hmm. Mr. Tyler Anthony is here. Tyler, it's good to see you again.
Pleasure to be here again. Thank you.
Of course. Last time you were here was December 2021.
Yes.
Yep, about 7 months.
Long time ago.
6-7 months.
Yeah, it's 95 degrees now, and it was like negative 95 degrees then.
I know, and I'm still wearing a long sleeve t-shirt.
I know. Well, in the last video, I think we said it was like 5:30, and we walked outside. It's pitch black outside, obviously.
It was, yeah. Yeah, we were like, maybe we should go to the bar.
Yeah.
And then we never did, really, I don't think. But it was so
dark.
Out,
it was pitch black, though, so we got
the
sun.
You and JP.
Oh my gosh, we did.
Yeah.
JP and I, we went to Beer City down off.
Yeah.
Like
you guys
30. Where is Beer City even at? I don't know.
Don't know, but you like whipped out. He showed
we
me a
did.
Video. You whipped out.
He sent us videos afterwards of you like just whipped out your guitar in the middle of the bar. We're like, we could have.
There are peanuts on the
We were
table.
eating peanuts galore.
Yeah.
And then we did go to the bar.
You guys did.
That
we
was
missed
fun.
out. I remember we were doing stuff afterwards, but he sent us videos. We're like, man, that looked like a good time. So
I forgot about that. That was fun.
Yeah, I remember because I was like, what is Beer City?
Yeah.
It's a great bar, is what it is. It's a tiny little place. Feels like this room almost. Not really, but it's bigger than that.
Smaller.
Yeah. Okay.
No, that's awesome. But yeah, obviously last time you were here 7 months ago, it was the MavRadio guys that time. But now you're here with the social media team.
I'm with the social media team, the ladies. Yes.
Yeah. We were doing last time behind the scenes camera stuff, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But now we're front and center with you, so that's very exciting.
I'm excited.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining us.
We have a lot of very exciting stuff to talk about. First, we just want to catch up. It's been 7 months. How's life been? How have you been?
Life is great. I believe right when I came on, I was pretty much newly engaged, right? Because we went to Nashville and we got engaged.
Bring up your new
guest.
Bring that up.
My fiance's in the back in the engineer room there, and so I brought her. Yep, we're still engaged. We're gonna be getting married here sometime. We don't really have a date yet, but we're figuring it out slowly but surely.
That's the best way to get married.
It is. We're figuring it out, and the last 7 months though, still writing music, playing heavily. I'm doing it full time still. I think at that point I was also doing full time music, and I now have a new puppy. Sarah and I have a puppy, so. She's the cutest thing ever. We'll show you pictures.
We got to see pictures now. What's her name? Breed?
Her name is Dolly. Because when we went to Nashville, I played a show there in Nashville at the Country Music Hall of Fame. I opened with a whole bunch of people, and we played all open for Dolly Parton.
What?
And then we got engaged that same day. So it's only right that when we got our puppy, we named her Dolly. She's a cute little thing. She's a lab, golden retriever, mini Aussie mix. Looks like an Oreo McFlurry.
Whoa.
She's cute.
No, we got to see pictures. Well, congratulations to both of you. That's so exciting.
Thank you.
That's huge. It's always good to just know like how your life is. Obviously you've got the music and you're busy, but just to make sure you're still good, and enjoying life and
we are
pushing on. That's awesome. we were just like talking about your last interview. You gave us a good background from Gretna, grew up in Gretna, started music young. I wanted to dive into the fact that you were a college dropout, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know that we talked too much about that last time. I was just curious to know, because especially now, some people that I know, I don't know about you, Pauline, but everyone has like their own education journeys. People stop, people drop out, people come back.
Yeah.
So how was that for you?
It was an experience. I mean, I'm a huge guy, and I'm a man's man, I feel, but probably the most tears I've ever cried to my mom and dad. I mean, when I decided want to drop out, But I did 1 year, obviously, at Gillette, Wyoming for music, and that was just too far. I'm a homebody, Like I said, I'm a teddy bear. I love my mom and love my dad, And then I went to Doane in Crete, Nebraska.
I know Doane.
Yep. Let's go Doane. No, no, I dropped out of that place. No.
I had a friend who was a soccer player at Doane.
Oh yeah, my sister played soccer at Wesleyan, and they played against Doane. tore her ACL in a game against them.
Oh no!
Yes.
Shoot.
And I went to that school, so you could assume
Yeah.
that.
Something happened there.
We don't condone don't.
Oh no!
No, it was a fun experience. It just and in Doan I did choir and theater. Both were
Yeah.
great programs. Just weren't for me at that point, and I really wanted to develop my music and develop kind of who I am as a person, you know. And I still have thoughts about finishing my business degree because I'm pretty
Oh, so you
close.
went for business?
I did, yeah. And I'm close to finish. You know, I'm close. I could, so I might. I don't know. But I think the point of the whole college dropout thing, it's you do what makes you happy.
Yep.
Don't be afraid to follow your dreams. If you don't know what you want to do, then just don't. Try what you want to try. Figure out what you want to do.
Yeah.
Take time off then and figure it out. That's what I think. And I couldn't be more happier I did that.
Yeah, that was definitely your journey. Like things happen for a reason, obviously. Like
They do.
that's just how it is. So.
And it was, lots of good scholarships, lots of good.
Yeah.
And it was really tough to tell my parents and say, hey, I can't, I don't want to do this anymore. And it's just tough. And I think it's important to even to talk about the mental health, that you have in school. It's like, oh my gosh, drinking all day, every day almost,
Yeah.
Beer City.
Oh my God, Beer City. Well, at least then it was fun,
Yeah.
It plays on you, and
Yeah.
it just wasn't good for me,
Yeah.
Some people it's great for, just me,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Yeah. I mean, you're basically speaking to a whole bunch of college kids, and the way that we pave it out is like a bunch of kids. College is just like a general route for people,
Yeah.
but I like that we're kind of moving towards a society where we recognize that it's not necessarily the pathway for every
It's
single
not the
person.
only
It
route.
isn't.
And also, like, with the internet changing everything, there are a lot of things that you can go to college for that you can, like, learn on the internet now
Yeah.
and not be in
Yeah.
student debt.
Yeah.
So there's just, like, a lot of new innovative ways just to be a regular person and
Yeah.
fit in society.
Trade school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Trade
know.
school is actually a lot of my friends are like, that's one of the smartest decisions I've ever made is to choose to go to trade school.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing. I've had so many friends become successful just doing their own thing, whether it's a small business or like music as well.
Yeah,
Whatever it
yeah.
is, like they're making it. People like you, so that's inspiring.
Yeah.
I think that's great. And now you're here, so
Yeah.
so that's awesome.
Education's
Congratulations.
important, it is.
Yeah, education is 1,000,000% important
But it's
regardless. If
so
you
many
go to,
ways.
Yeah, you can educate yourself in so many ways. I think one of the biggest things with the whole mental health aspect is luckily you had a support system. I'm not sure how your parents took that news
Yeah.
immediately, but
Yeah.
like what really strains on people is that whole expectation of like, oh, you're not finishing this, and
Mm-hmm.
people's support system and who they look to for support. That plays a really big role in shaping our perceptions and our expectations on ourselves.
Right. How did
It's-
were
yeah.
they at first? Was it like?
It was, it was just like, why would you want to do that when
Yeah.
you're close enough?
Yeah.
But close enough was still too far to
Yeah.
finish.
Right.
But no, I would say that night there's just a lot of emotions that went through,
Yeah.
and then by the end of the night, by that morning, and it was, hey, this is what we're doing, and we're going with it, and we're with you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're
That's
they're
good.
very supportive.
That's awesome.
Like they are my best fans,
Yeah.
That support system,
Well,
yeah.
last Friday I had to put up a stage, and I provide sound for a lot of my shows,
Yeah.
and I tore it down Sunday afternoon, and I didn't have anyone to help me, and so I called my mom and dad.
Yeah.
I did.
There's
So-
that support
OG.
system.
So
for
they
sure.
came and helped us. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's great.
That's awesome. It's good that you have that family support behind
Yeah.
you, and obviously that plays part in your journey, and you've come this far, so that's incredible.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Yeah, they are great.
That's awesome. Well, today we're here. Main reason, big exciting news. We're very excited for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So you have your first debut album called "What Are You Waiting For?" Drops on August 4th, right?
Yes, it does.
Yes, we're very excited for you. How's that? Just a thought of that. It's finally, it's happening.
It's finally came to fruition. It's gonna be out there. People can listen to it. I'm just really excited. We put so much work into it. 3 days of studio time plus probably a total of another 25 to 30 hours into the editing, mixing, and then finally getting mastered and getting ready.
Dang, this is legit.
Yeah, it's
It's gonna be fun. It was recorded like a live album
Oh,
in a
okay.
big studio. So we all I love the band I play with. I love my guys.
Yeah.
And so we were able to look at each other, and we were able to just get that vibe and feel good about it.
Yeah.
And then we came and kind of replayed certain parts that we maybe messed up on or just needed more of, and gave it this really cool feel. It's not a live album, but it's also not, you're not going to listen to it and go, this sounds like a very produced, like pop radio type thing.
Yeah.
It's
Billie
gonna be,
Eilish.
it's gonna be very
Even like pop
very
country
close
today.
up.
No. Yeah. No, for sure. That's awesome. And I mean, we'll dive into everything you just said, the studio, the musicians, the process. We want to talk about all of it. But you did just put the first little bit out there, right? Your first single, It'll Sound Wrong, dropped a few days ago on July 14th.
Yeah.
What was that like? That was the first little bit of this album that you're putting out there into the world. So what was that like?
Well, I felt really stupid at first because I was in Branson with Sarah and her family and our family, and I went to bed the night before, and I woke up, and then I just had all these texts, and they're like, oh, the song, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what? I go, I thought it came out tonight.
Oh.
But it comes out at midnight at 12:01 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, I'm kind of an idiot, First time for something.
Yeah.
It only made it memorable.
It
Yeah,
came out.
good story.
It was awesome. We were in Branson, so it was super fun. Played the song a little bit, and then we had to drive back 6 hours here, Listened to it on the car ride probably a little too many times. Sarah was like, really, Ty?
Yeah, you had to, though. You had to celebrate.
I had to make sure it was good. Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I still have time to take it off.
Yeah, it sounds incredible, and it's exactly how you said it. It sounds like it sounded like you're at your concert,
Yeah.
like it sounds live. And you said that the last interview. So to see that come through around full circle, you said you wanted that feel of not it being heavily produced, and the fact that you were in there with your band, all together. It sounds incredible.
I think and it makes it memorable for us, and it's a great starting ground for what's to come, I think.
Right.
I'm
That's
really
good.
excited.
That's really good. Yeah.
Absolutely. As far as the single itself, though, do you want to give we'll be able to hear it here in a little bit, right?
Yep.
If you want just to give context on what the song is about, just.
Well, the song, what's really cool is I have a voice memo on my phone from March 11th, I think, is what it was. And you can hear, I must have been pulling into the house or something, but I was in the car, and you hear the beeping in my seatbelt and everything, as I'm pulling in. And the song, it's just me singing it. I was just ranting off words and stuff. The song itself, but it was so different than what it came to be. And then I have about 5 more recordings of that same song, and you can feel the cycles coming through of, each part of that song.
Yeah.
But it's a love song in a sense. It's a song about messing up and realizing that love is going to be messy sometimes, and that you're never going to write another love song again because it's going to sound wrong, because I found, this is it. This is what it is going to be. But yeah, it is a love song. A lot of people might go, I don't know if it's a love song, Ty, but it's a love song.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's great. That'll be the last song that we hear from you today, so we're very excited to hear you play. We want to dive into it, fully, so.
Yeah.
Okay. So any major themes from your album that we should know about, that you want to talk about? What is your message to the world?
I wouldn't say there's a crazy message throughout it all, other than these are the songs and the words that I wrote from when I quit college to, present day recording it.
Oh my
right?
gosh, that's intense.
Yeah, so I think deep down there is probably a lot of themes going throughout these songs, and a lot of things that went through my head. And I think we were just talking this on the ride up. Sarah goes, she goes, Ty, it's cool being your fiance and being so close that I can see where all these songs kind of came from.
Yeah.
She's like, I can see how you got this song from this person in your life. And I'm like,
That's a
can't even
beautiful
see
thing.
that. I don't know that.
Right, but she's able to. That's the
yeah.
other perspective, yeah.
So that kind of made me thinking. Literally 10 minutes ago, I was, when we were getting here, I was like, wow, there's a lot more to it than I think.
Oh yeah.
But it is a mix of songs, mix of themes, mix of emotions.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I called it "What Are You Waiting For?" because, I have a song that is called that. But it's the truth. It's when I dropped out of college. What are you waiting for, Ty?
So that was the inspiration behind the album title.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. It's what are you waiting for? You got your friends, you got your family. Do your thing. Go for it.
That's awesome. I feel like that gets you in that inspirational mood, that to push forward and to keep going. So that makes sense.
And it's cool because, when you think about it, your album, and what you're describing to me is almost like a diary. It's kind of like a
I think it
diary
is.
from like
Yeah.
once you dropped out college and then kind of to where you are now, because these are the songs that you've collected and that you've created in that time period. And what you said something earlier about like Sarah being the one to realize that, oh, I saw this and I saw this, but you can't see yourself. And that's the funny thing about growth is you really can't see yourself grow until you like really look back like months back and see where you are
Yeah.
now.
Reflect.
And
It's
back.
crazy.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
crazy.
For sure. So these songs, would you say, are more like standalone? Each one is its own thing, or is it more of like a storyline?
Standalone.
Yeah.
Yep. Because there's a song about being a kid at heart and being scared to grow
yeah.
up. It's called In My Head. And it's about well, if I was younger, I'd probably go back and I'd say, don't drink as much. I'd drink less. I'd probably sleep more. Those are one of the lines. My mama taught me not to raise hell, only fight when I get hit. But I haven't been hit too much because I'm a bigger kid. There's a lot of truth behind those words. There's another song, Kenworth. It's a trucking song. I know a few guys who truck and do that for a living, and one time on Facebook Marketplace, and I don't have to delve.
I love Facebook Marketplace.
Delve
mind
deep
you.
into these if you
My
don't
mom lives
want.
there.
No, that's what we're here for. Tell us.
Kenworth. It's I saw a belt buckle. It was leather with
Okay.
little
Yeah.
bronze on the outside, and it said Kenworth pressed into the leather, and I bought it.
You
It's
went for
Facebook
it.
Marketplace.
Yeah.
I bought it. And so I got it in the mail, and I'm just looking at it. And I was listening to a record player, getting in the mood, and that's where Kenworth came from. It's a trucking song,
Yeah.
and there's a few other songs on there. There's that kind of that love song there. It's ballad-esque, but it's still pretty rock and roll. The single I released, it'll sound wrong, but they are all standalone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. As far as like, so then putting all these things together, as far as like order, layout, how does that process go? Like, do you
it's
go like
hard.
soft? Yeah, like what
It
do
was
you go
hard.
for?
Yeah, it's similar to when we are creating our set list for a live show because I want to go. Oh, I want to get them going, but I want to bring them down a little bit. It's a roller coaster, right? You got to figure out that how that goes. But this was difficult. This was different than that. It was harder. Not different, harder, because I'm only working really with 7 songs. The album's gonna have about 9 on it, but I'm really working. I already know where those are going, but I have 7 that I could go either way with. But the original order got switched around, and it was actually just yesterday. I sent it back to get mastered again. Not really mastered, but just to remove the spaces and make it so it flows the new order that we gave him.
That's a lot of tracks. And in total, how many tracks?
There's gonna be 9.
Okay.
9. There's
Yeah.
actually 8 songs on the album, but there's 9 tracks. So.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
That's
get some
awesome.
sus-
yeah,
some
we'll leave
suspense.
we'll leave that there. We want to leave surprises for sure. As far as you kind of talked about it, like you have this voice note. When does inspiration hit? In that moment, you just pull out your phone, record it. It's just you jot things down. Yeah, how does that go?
Voice memos all the time. Yeah, I got a lot of unfinished stuff. A lot of I think because everyone asks me, how do you write songs? Like, how do you do that? And I
It's
don't.
quite the question. It's
Yeah,
loaded.
yeah, it is. I don't know if I have a way.
Yeah.
But I will say there's a majority of my songs, when I get that inspiration, I feel like I write it that day. And then maybe I come back and fix a couple words, couple lines, maybe that week. But for the most part, I feel like it comes to me, and I'll voice memo it, and then listen to the voice memo, and I'll write it down. So then I have a copy, and then I'll put chords to it maybe, or.
Yeah, that brings me. I have a question. When you creativity as a job is difficult because I feel like creativity comes and flows, but
It
sometimes
does.
we can't rely on that because we also need to practice discipline as well. So how does discipline play into your practice of creativity? Because what you're telling me is like, well, if I write it all in one day, but how do you ever practice that? Like, do something little by little?
So, and that's, I don't think I practice it religiously enough as I should. So, a good man, Joshua Cole, once told me.
A good man, yep.
Good man, Joshua Cole, yes. He's a musician here in Omaha. He told me, and he got this from someone else, I'm sure too, but I'm going to say it's from Josh. But he told me, creative writing in the sense, songwriting, every day, give yourself a minute, give yourself 2 minutes and just write. Doesn't matter what it is. I don't care if it is a grocery list, And I haven't started that. I probably should. And I think that's genius.
Yeah.
I will say I do a sort of that process in a sense where I will sit down and I will write for a period, and I do have themes in mind when I do that, but I'll give myself, I try to do it maybe 3 times a week,
Yeah.
and it could be just when I'm writing emails and all of a sudden, boom, here's a couple lines and it's on a steno pad,
It's
and
something,
and then I throw it back in my desk and I have a whole pad just full of these lines. I have a lot of voice memos, I'll be driving. Every time I don't listen to music usually when I drive, unless I'm with someone.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
That's your time to like think.
Yeah,
and just
I think
get
so.
Your thoughts. Yeah.
And so often I'll find myself just recording as I'm driving down the road. I'll be like, I don't know.
You just need a brain dump sometime. I feel like
look at those trees. I don't know what it is.
Do you hold the phone up like invisible in the window like that?
Oh,
too?
I for sure do.
Oh my God! What if a cop passes by? I get so scared of that.
Just
I'm
on
like,
the phone.
That's a good song though, is what that would be. If a cop pulls me over as I'm recording, and I'm just like, wait, can you just talk?
Get
a
the
little bit?
audio.
Yeah.
oh, he's gonna raise the fine.
That'd be
He's
your
gonna Excuse me, sir. More money.
That's all. Everyone has their own way to do it, and that's how you do it. That's great. That's awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
We'd love to dive into the first song if that's cool with you.
Yes. Let's do it.
Yeah, we it's called Break of Dawn.
Yes.
Right? If you just want to give us a quick little synopsis what that's about.
Break of Dawn. Originally, this was going to be the first song on the album, and maybe it might still be actually. No, I don't think it is. It's a ballad type song as well. I got about 2 ballads, I'd say, on the album, and this song is for the working man, the working woman, and I kind of wrote it about a lot of people I know, I think, who give 40 hours, 50 hours a week just to get paid for, what seems like 10 hours, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You're giving a lot back. They're taking a lot back, I should say. And that's what that song kind of comes from, and it's called Break It On. I should already be home. Won't you give me a call when you wake up? I'm tired of working alone. Man, the bills pile up. I can't shake this off. I work all day, work all night, and when I come home, it stays dark outside. Now I'm loving every second I've got with you. But I'm no man, work for somebody, break my back and give them all my money. I'll be working all damn day, all night long, till the break of dawn, losing myself trying to fix this thing, harvesting all of God's land. Oh, I won't be home till the break of dawn.
Is there anywhere that you like really want to perform?
I mean, like, I really want to go to Texas and start playing down in Texas. I've played in Nashville, and the scene just isn't for me, at least right now in my career, I would say. It's not what I see myself at. So Texas would be fun. I really love to get down to, like, Tulsa, too, and hit kind of that route there.
Oklahoma, yeah.
But
nice.
I'm a homebody, I love
But you're
I love being
expanding.
home.
That's
but,
exciting.
But yeah,
though.
I love getting into the Midwest and maybe getting some South in there.
Last time you were here, you talked about, sometimes it brings people to tears. There's some songs that people relate to, and then they make their own. Have you had more of those experiences where you just really have like a heart-to-heart with someone?
I got a lot of heart-to-heart songs, I think. Not on this album. It's coming though. I want to release something, and that's all I'm gonna say. But for now, I got a lot of songs. I got a song called "Clock Doesn't Work at the Bar," and it's about a man who's down and has, he doesn't know what to do with his life, and he's at the bar and the clock at the bar just doesn't, it's not moving. He's there. So, he's drunk. He's getting drunk there.
Yeah.
That's the point of the song. I got a song called Love Myself, which is kind of like a poem type song that I started and it became a song, and it's about loving yourself and, going, I want to make my mom happy and I want to make her proud. And you got to figure out how to love yourself. Yeah. It's about staying up late and playing all these shows and still, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, that one even gets me flustered, It's a good song. I can't wait for people to hear it. It's on SoundCloud.
Awesome. Oh,
it's there's a demo on SoundCloud.
Plug it, man. Plug it.
Yeah. That's good to know.
But it's not out there yet, It's just there now.
Well, before we wrap up, we got one more song, I know, but then also we just want to end on a high note. You're looking at the future. You're already talking about recording more.
Mm-hmm.
What are the hopes, the goals here for the next couple months?
Hopes and goals is to get these shows played that we have coming up. You know, we got Sarpy County Fair coming up, and we're playing both nights there, Friday and Saturday, 5th and 6th of August. So right after the album releases, which I'm really excited for. We're opening for Mitchell Tenpenny Saturday night, so I'm excited to meet him and talk to him about his life and how he's been doing.
Yeah.
Are you collaborating with anybody soon?
Not that I know of.
You like doing you're kind of just
I would
doing
love
your
to.
thing now,
I would love to. I'm open to it. I do want to start writing more with people. I think that'd be cool. But my writing process is so crazy. It's like it's so tough almost. It's hey, let's write on this day. Well, I don't really feel like writing now.
To bring someone else into it is different too. Yeah.
And it is tough. Yeah, opening your heart to someone. But I've always wanted to write this fun, let's drink song.
You definitely can, man.
I know. I think I can. It hasn't happened yet, but I think it's
Get Mitchell to do it.
It's getting there.
Bring him on
I'll
the
just
side.
tell him to
There
write
you
it. Lots of goals though. I mean, just as far as growing the fan base and getting out of the state more often. The one thing I've started to notice is I feel like we have a good fan base in Omaha, but if you play every weekend in Omaha, it's hard to get all your fans. They're not going to come every weekend. Everybody has a life. Everyone has a life.
Right.
So to get them to to get out of state more and play those shows where we're not as big or or whatever. Not that we're big here, but to get out and then to come back here, once a month or something, and it's like this is the show you want to come to.
Yeah.
We'd love to do that.
Does Dolly come with you guys?
She hasn't yet. She
Oh my
hasn't yet.
gosh.
She is so young, and she chews and bites everything.
Right.
That's fun.
But I played out in Louisville a solo show the Friday before 4th of July, and I was talking about bringing her out because it was just like a kind of sit by campfire thing, like not really hired to do it necessarily. But
If you bring the dog, people will come to the show.
The moment you bring her along.
you're like yes, this is how you get me out to show, guys. This is how you do it.
Awesome. Yeah.
No, just kidding. They will definitely be there for the Tyler
The music,
Anthony.
the
I hope
talent,
so. I know,
absolutely.
everything.
Well, that's super exciting. It's great to hear these goals because last time you were here, I talked about doing all these things. You're back now, and these things have all happened. The album release and the whole process. So that's
It is
very
good.
exciting.
Yeah, it is cool. I think I am very goal oriented, and I think if I put them there, it's like I know it will happen. I don't want to say anything too crazy, but I think I can say something that's like, okay, that's doable, and I know that I can do it, and I know that I will do it, and it's
absolutely, that's incredible.
it's exciting stuff.
Yeah,
It's
we're
very
excited
exciting.
for you. We'll wrap up here with the last song, your single, "It'll Sound Wrong," that came out on July 14th. You already talked about it, and
It's on Spotify, iTunes, everything. But so this one, we close, a lot of our shows off with this one. It's a power ballad in a sense. It's a power ballad. It is a love song. But I'll just play it for you and let you guys listen to it.
we'll note that this is also a clean version. This is we're
Yes,
tweaking it a little bit here for MavRadio, but you can hear the full thing
Yes.
on your platforms.
And, we might be releasing a clean version anyways. We'll see. But you know what? Just make this song popular and we'll make those radio stations play it, all
There
right?
you go.
You probably think I'm drunk again with my friends, driving to Denny's with no intention to call you up, but I do. I say I love you, I really, really love you. You probably think I'm stoned alone on my phone, watching YouTube and going down a rabbit hole of love songs that I know I could never write for you. And I don't wanna waste another day listening to love songs on the internet. I wanna get away, scream your name, hope you can understand that I'm insane, I'm to blame for messing it all up. But I'll never write another love song again, 'cause it'll sound wrong, it'll sound wrong. probably think I hate you. You say I do. So many times I'm starting to believe. But if I was up, I wouldn't think about you as often as I do. No, you probably think I'm driving home from the bar after having 2 drinks, but I lied. Maybe I had 4, 5, or 6 or 7. I can't remember now. And I don't want to waste another day listening to love songs on the internet. I want to get away, scream your name. Hope you can understand that I'm insane. Why I'm to blame for messing it all up. But I'll never write another love song again, 'cause it'll sound wrong. It'll sound wrong. Ooh, yeah. And now it's 2 a.m. and I'm drunk, thinking about that one song I wrote. It's 2 a.m. and I'm drunk. I'm thinking about that one song that I wrote. It's 2 a.m. and I'm drunk. I'm thinking about that one song I wrote. It's 2 a.m. and I'm drunk. I'm drunk. I'm drunk. And I don't want to waste another day listening to love songs on the internet. Wanna get away, scream your name. Hope you can understand that I'm insane. I'm to blame for messing it all up. I'll never write another love song again, so sound wrong. Yeah, I'll never write another love song again, 'cause it'll sound wrong.
Yes, absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
That's great. It's funny because I listened to it like the live, and that's what it sounds like right here. So
Yeah, wow.
you had the goal in mind, and that's exactly what it sounds like. That's incredible that you can replicate that. You know.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
Tyler,
you.
your pitch and like your vocals sound crisp, very
Thank you.
clean. Like,
Nice and crispy.
yeah, no, I have a lot of friends who are musicians and singers, and I mean, they sound amazing too. But like, it's just you sound really great live.
Well, thank you. I
that's
appreciate that,
live.
guys.
Yeah.
Your
Your style, that's all you.
Thank you very much.
It's
I love
very clean,
performing.
technical.
I love playing live.
Yeah,
I do.
That's
I do.
great. Well, we're so excited to hear more when the full album drops. What are you waiting for? It drops on August 4th, right? And again, bring up that release party. Yeah.
Yeah, August 4th. So, yeah, full album. It's dropping August 4th, which is 12:01, by the way, a.m., right?
Noted.
So, but yeah, it drops August 4th, 2022, baby. And we're having a release party August 4th. That night, it starts at 6:30 in Benson at the
Yes.
waiting room. And we're going to have, I'm going to be playing through the whole album acoustically, and I'm going to be talking about all the songs, every single song. You know, today I got to talk about a few, which I appreciate you guys so much for.
Yeah, of course.
But we'll be talking through the songs, playing. Might have a few other musicians in Omaha come up and sing some of them with me.
Yeah.
Lots of
Nice.
merchandise, some food, some drinks, photo wall, just fun things.
Good time.
Just a good time, yeah.
Yes,
A very good
amazing. Literally, guys, college kids out there. It's literally in Omaha. The waiting room is such a popular place.
Yeah.
So August 4th,
Yeah.
Show up. Yeah.
be
Can't wait.
there. Get
That's what we need. We need all the young folks to come out.
Yeah.
It's,
Definitely just to show support for you and your hard work.
It
And,
is,
You know,
it
this
is.
is a big moment.
It's
so.
a big celebration. So congratulations,
Thank you,
Tyler.
guys.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. We'll let you plug your socials and your platforms real quick and your
Yeah.
streaming things. Yeah.
Yeah, everything is just official Tyler Anthony. Instagram official Tyler Anthony, everything like that. We do have a website, www.officialtyleranthony.
That's how you know
.com.
it's official. Okay.
Tyler Anthony was taken. I can't afford to buy him out yet.
Will we see pictures of Dolly on
You-
the socials?
I
On the
think
social
you will.
feeds.
Yes, you will.
Wonderful.
As of now, as of when I get home, you will.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I post her on my story a lot.
Nice.
There you go.
So you'll see little funny stupid stuff with her.
Awesome. Well, and then also on Spotify, people can just find you, Tyler
Yeah,
Anthony,
just
right?
Tyler
Yeah,
Anthony
Tyler
on
Anthony on
Spotify,
Spotify.
iTunes,
Sweet.
Apple Music, Amazon Music, whatever you use. We're on every streaming platform. Instagram, where even you can get the lyrics and put it on your story. I mean, you can
Yeah.
search it. We're on TikTok.
Oh, nice.
We
This is
got the
official.
TikTok. Yes.
Official.
Whole thing.
It's
man.
great. So Yeah. Post the song. I mean, the biggest thing, with the music industry nowadays is the social media and getting people to
absolutely.
share the song and put it on playlists. And that's how the curated playlists pick you up and the algorithms pick you up. So
I'll have to do that.
Obviously download it if you like the song.
Yeah.
But also, even if you don't, throw it in one of your playlists you don't like, and
We'll
Yeah.
do whatever we can to help you, keep
It'll
going.
be on MavRadio's
means
playlist,
so
that's for
much,
sure.
yeah. I'm just happy
Absolutely.
to have you guys here.
Yeah.
It means a
Yeah.
lot. You let me come on here again.
We're
and
happy
course.
that you even thought of us, man. Thank
Of
you
course.
so
Thank
much.
you.
We're glad to have you here, and whenever you want to come back, I'm sure you'll be doing more amazing, incredible things, so we'll have to catch up again.
Well,
Yeah,
sweet.
we
Yeah,
really will.
thank you so much.
All right.
Of course. Tyler, thank you so much for being here with us today. We'll sign off once again. I'm Stephanie Veloso here with...
Pauline Dulang.
Thank you so much. You were listening on MavRadio, and we'll see you in the next one. Sweet.